Hi Harstem, thank you for picking this replay. I'd like to issue a formal complaint about two-base Terrans, specifically against the composition that the user Quaquan used in my recent ladder match on 11:15 am, January 19th, 2021 on the ladder map Death Aura in Gold MMR on the NA server. Medevacs, Marines, Marauders, Siege Tanks and SCVs were all he made. In the attached replay I had far superior economy, 7 bases to 2, and although I lost, I had more economy than the Terran throughout the entire game, with a more army supply, and yet I still lost. I had a unit composition that was supposed to counter this Imba composition using storms, and I even built DTs to abuse the fact that he was on 2 bases, and therefore should be lacking scans. I do admit that I am terrible at the game and wasn't using the full extent of my income and getting supply block several times, but there should be no scenario I should lose to a player who mines out 2 bases, stays on 30 SCV, floats his main for 3 minutes straight with no threat inside it, or making as many mistakes as this guy. I even sent several waves of harassment charge lots, and I would have won the game around the 22-minute mark where my charge lots kill his third, which he built 15 minutes into the game, and proceed to destroy the supply depot while it is natural, then kill it. And all the SCV. Then he defends Zealous with SCVs by repairing his buildings. Had he not used his unbalanced mechanic, I would have won the game there. At that point, he has 165 minerals. Yeah, right. We get it. I sincerely thank you for your help. This guy wrote a freaking book. What the hell, dude? It's a small form. This is supposed to be a 25-second segment. You're ruining my show. Basically, he thinks Terran is imbalanced because he lost to Terran while he was 7 base, while his opponent was 2 base. Now, he had these situations before where people tell me, hey Kevin, I was on 7 base and my opponent only on 2. And then I watched the replay and they were like on 3.5 bases and their opponent was on 3. And then they're surprised, oh, I didn't win this game. So yeah, you weren't actually that far ahead. So we'll see if this is going to be any different. Now, let's keep in mind this is Gold League MMR. Okay. So it's not going to be the tightest game most likely, but it still will be fun to have a look at exactly what goes down down here in the the underground, the caves, the caves of the caves aren't necessarily underground. The tunnels, that's where they sit. The gold players, way under where the normal people walk. Starts pretty normal, honestly. Gate at the ramp is not necessary. This is something I see a lot with people that. They've heard about walling, but they're not sure in what matchup and how to do it. So just kind of always build a gate at the ramp, which is not very useful in PvT and PvZ. PvZ, obviously, you wall downstairs. PvP, you wall upstairs. But with 2 gateways and PvT, you either wall the Reaper ramp, you go downstairs, or you just put it right next to your mineral line. He's playing a build order, though, which is nice to see. So he's going to be going 16 gate, 20 nexus, which is actually a very standard build order. Like, it's just going to be your normal 1 gate expand. The opponent is doing a build order that, well, I am not completely familiar with. But maybe this is something new. Timings look relatively tight on the factory, so I'm not going to complain. Nexus, Cybercore, yeah, that chrono isn't supposed to be there because you need a simulator and pylon. Otherwise, you're just going to get supply blocked, which is exactly what's going to happen at this point. He also forgets his... Wait, what? This is the guys who... They watched one of my videos before with a build order. And after a minute and a half, they went, I think I got the grasp of this. I think I can play this. How hard can this really be? And then they followed up by getting supply block for 25 seconds and adding a second gate before he gets his first units from his initial gateway. I don't know what this is, but dang, am I looking forward to this game right now. Okay, the reason I laugh is because I already know the timing on these gates means it's never going to be used before warp gate. None of these gates. Maybe one of them will build like a unit. Or maybe he'll build 1 unit each. But it's completely useless to get the gates this early. This money could have been invested in something useful and nice, like faster probes, faster tech. Because pre-warp gate, your gateway 2 and 3 should never really be building anything. You can just do that from a single gate. All your gateway units in this matchup can just come initially from a single gate. The opponent is forgetting to build a reactor, but we can live with that. Okay, look, this second unit here could have just been built from the first gate if he started building units immediately. But instead he's doing like this weird staggered pattern. I can get 4 gateway units out of a single gateway pre-warp gate, and my warp gate would be finishing at around this point, like 350. So he's already late with warp gate, and he's gonna get the exact same amount of units, which just means what he's doing sucks. I like the batteries here, actually. He scouts, hey, there's no natural yet. Why would I get a third base now? Why would I continue with anything else? I want batteries. I'm probably gonna be under attack soon. I think that's 100% the correct call. I'm pretty happy with that. So his opponent is playing a game of the floor is lava and loads everything up in this medevac. Just drops into the net. I mean, this should never really work. There's just not enough units. There's batteries here. Can even use a super battery if he wants to on one of these two. There we go. He's not gonna even lose any real any real HP. Just going to be shields for now. A little bit of a supply block, but honestly, in my mind, this game is completely over at this point. We're now at the stage in the game where if this was me against any player in the world, I'd be comfortable to call this game 100% win for me. Like, the toss is up 20 supply, or 20 workers. You have batteries, 4 gas against a guy that is on 2 barracks, no stim, no tech lab. He does have +1 for 4 marines. That's gotta be one of the more useless upgrades I've seen. But yeah, this is just really, really good for the Protoss right now. And all you need to do at this point as a toss is probably just get charge. Blink is also fine. And then just get a bunch of gates. Continue building units, and I don't really see a way for you to lose, honestly. But our man Aristal might be making some interesting plays. So, what's his scouting info? Okay, he lost his probe at some point, and then he decided that scouting is pretty much for losers at this point. He's just gonna sit back, get a third base, extra gas is going. He's on what? 3 gateways, 2 forges, Templar archives. I wouldn't mind if he adds like 3 gateways here. Starts his 1/1 upgrades and throws down a couple of chrono boost on this Twilight Council. He's literally doubling his opponent's worker count. I have a feeling he might not have been lying about the 7 against 2 base. God, that would be something. Okay, the other guy's playing what? 4 racks? Tank? Upgrades? Okay. I love the tank position here, very far to the front. Kinda like a campaign, you know, truly like an outpost. Not great, but it does give me that campaign feeling. No fort base yet. No real scouting either, still by Aristal. He's completely blind about what's going on. He's absolutely zero idea. No clue about the unit composition. In theory, he doesn't even really know he spawned here. If he didn't know the map well, he could probably think that the base is here. I guess he did see something come down here, but he has absolutely zero info, which is fantastic. He's getting Storm as well. It's not bad. Adding extra gateways, it's not bad. Spending his money, it's not bad. Still double worker count as well. It's also not bad. Not bad. Dark Shrine. Okay, this is the Dark Shrine because he knows his opponent is on 2 base. I feel like this is just one of those things he says, you know? He's just trying to justify it any way possible. He's like, I built the Dark Shrine because he's on 2 base and I could force out scans. Then if he's behind in a game, it's I built a Dark Shrine because I was behind. And if he's ahead in the game, I built a Dark Shrine because I'm ahead, so I thought it might be difficult for him to get detection. If the game is completely even, it's like, well, I thought I wanted to get an edge, so I got some Dark Templars. This is how it starts, you know. And hello, can we use some spells? No feedbacks. Storm wasn't done yet. Yes, there we go. Took his time. The double drop doing slightly more than I expected it to. Because half of his army was just kind of standing around. Now this is gonna be a cleanup. And what's the gate count? 6 gateways. Just gonna need like 1 more unit here. No, never mind. Probes around, also fine. Fourth base on the way. 1400 minerals in the bank. Could just add like 2 gateways. It's getting charged, which I like. Should start his 2-2 as well. This guy's actually playing the floor is lava. Look at that. He just picks up everything. I don't think he's actually touched the floor once yet. He's the ultimate dropper. He's like the multitasking Terran, you know? Only all of his units always in medevacs. What's our Aristal? Warps in at a slow pylon. 3 DTs. Just like a bunch of units here. There's defending this general area. To be fair, I don't even really mind that he's defending this. Look at this. Because he has absolutely zero clue as what's going on. He should be splitting his units. Like, I can't make fun of him for trying to split his units. I can make fun of him for the complete lack of vision on the map whatsoever. He knows absolutely zero. There could be 10 drops coming here. There could be a drop here, a main army here, literally every spot is a viable attack path. And our man Aristal has none of them covered. Just none. He probably thinks it's too much work to actually scout for what's going on. You know when he's like, well, if I have one weak spot, it might be better to just have weak spots everywhere. Otherwise, that single weak spot would just get abused. But now I have 10 different weak spots, so they can all get abused at the same time. That just doesn't make a lot of sense. I don't like that at all. Marines, Marauder. Worker pool, not really a luxury, more a necessity in the situations. Finally comes in action, but only with the DTs. The Stalkers and Adept still holding guard over this general area, very important. DTs get scanned out, loses a base to 4 Marines and 2 Marauders. This is truly something else. He hasn't used a single... How many Templars has he lost? He lost 5 Templars. I don't think I've seen a single spell yet. No feedback, no storm. Nientos. Nothing. I mean, Quackman still chilling on a solid 2 bases. I'm loving it. DT's starting to move forward as well. This is gonna do nothing. He's gonna lose all 4 DTs. So this is why usually you send in 1 DT at a time to ensure that it's safe. That was something else. This entire game so far has been surprise after surprise. We're once again up to 3 bases. As Aristal, 66 workers. I don't understand how his army supply is consistently lower than his opponent, even though his income is literally double the entire game. Still, these units haven't touched the ground yet. I don't think they actually... He flies straight into the main base. This is the Artosis pylon of Artosis pylons, by the way. Boom. Goes down. How many gateways is this? 8 gateways unpowered. Well, these 2 weren't yet powered. Response is to pull the Zealots, obviously. I doubt these units are ever going to participate. Maybe getting a couple of Stalkers would be nice, so you can shoot the medevacs as well. He's not actually gonna do this, is he? We're not actually gonna watch this Benny Hill situation. This guy is like the dog, you know, where you have your ball, and you go like this, and then you hide the ball behind your back. Dogs, after you do it once or twice, will realize, aha, the ball is behind the back. My man Aristal has no clue. He's still looking for that ball to this day. I think, where is it? If the same thing happens again, I'm gonna be so pissed. He left some units. Okay, good. He left some freaking units. Just goes back home. You know what? I don't need to drop in this. Absolutely blasted. This is why you just get a couple of Stalkers. He even has Blink. 5 Stalkers would completely destroy this. He's getting 3 Nexi at the same time. Nexuses. I mean, his opponent is still completely dead. This one is literally down like 1k in bank at this point. Down 1.2k in income. Same upgrades. Smaller army. There is nothing here that is looking good for the Terran. There's nothing. Not a single thing here is good for the Terran. I can't see it at least. +1 vehicle plating. The triple Nexus expand. Like, I have no clue what I'm watching here. He could also start as 3-3, couldn't he? You know, if I see one more slow warp in, I'm actually gonna lose it. So if a pylon is close by a Nexus, it provides a quick warp in, which takes like 3 seconds. If the pylon is not nearby a Nexus, or not connected to a Nexus, it does the slow warp ins. And so far, I've really only seen slow warp ins. He's actually up 20 supply. Or 20 army supply, and like double the worker supply still. Kills the third base. I think this is what he was talking about. Our main man still playing The Floor is Lava. Quack man. Come on, buddy. Keep going. Dude, we're cheering hard for him. The only vision that Aristal has is in Nexi. Like, he can also just spread out units, but instead he uses Nexi as a way to scout. Like, these bases are not meant for mining. They're just meant as scouting. He's like, man, it's really difficult for tops to get any type of vision on the map. But Terran just used to use sensor towers. Oh, he did say he used to be a Terran main, by the way, in the description. I can't remember if I mentioned that because it was so freaking long. Maybe he thinks if you get Nexi, you're going to be capable of scanning like you are with Terran. So that's why he's using that as a way of vision. Like, just use your entire... I don't think he has any control groups at all. He's probably looking around the map for units to drag select and then right click into the opponent's army. Like, just build a couple of stalkers, please. Yes, stalkers! Oh, these guys have been here for a long time. How long will this last? Okay, storms, that's good. Feedback, maybe? Like, what's he controlling? It's another good storm, actually. His storms have been on point. I mean, so far he's only lost, what? 5 High Templars? And we've already seen 2 good storms. He's still so far up. He's legit floating 3k resources. Like, at any point, if he decides to spend half of his money, get any upgrades, any type of map... Oh, this is the first time we're moving out. He just insta-wins Aristal. He is legit on 6 base against 2 base. He's up 50 supply, and all of that is workers. But he has so much... What's the gate? He has 12 gates. He could literally just warp in and be maxed, basically. This is a decoy base. This is not a... You think this is the charge lot harass he was talking about? If this is the charge lot, I'm just constantly stunned by the things. I'm trying to connect them back to the email, right? It's like, this makes just no sense at all. This is not charge lot harass. This is just sacrifice. Sacrifice to the Terran gods. 5 DTs come in. This Terran's been good at scanning so far, and as I say that, of course, he's gonna lose every single tank for free. It does end up scanning. There's just no unit control. So I have a couple of working theories here. First of all, I think we might have a player here who doesn't actually use hotkeys. I think he just literally drag selects whatever units he needs. Like, this has never moved. So whenever he warps something in, he immediately kind of selects it, right? Because it's easy. And then he'll just click it in or something like that. But what does a first person from someone like this look like? Like, there's a scan. We see a lot of army. Let me continue right-clicking the tank. Another unit. He sees the zealots here. Look at this. The zealots. He's like, well, I am in trouble, but these zealots are kind of defending the left side right now. Maybe he's just a role player, you know? Just wants to defend the castle on the left side with this group. He cares more about the role play than he cares about winning this game. But then why would he send in the email? I do believe he's an actual role. He's LARPing right now. An actual role player live here on IODIS. Alright. He kills the attack. The DTs did their job. But now he's only on 4 bases. He only has double the worker count. He's only mining 300-400 minerals more than his opponent. Like, these are all things that are an issue. Sure, if we look at the grand scheme of things, he's still light years ahead. But this guy doesn't need to be light years ahead. Like, this guy just needs to be in a completely different dimension if he wants to win a game. Like, he is so insanely bad. He just doesn't fight. He just keeps using DTs again and again and again. He's 3k in the bank. He has 12 gateways. He could spend that twice and he'd be up like... He had double the army supply. He would have literally double the army supply. Right here he's owning the Terran with a single DT again. There's no medevacs here, by the way. This is an army without medevacs. Where's the rest of the army? It's all spread out. That's the issue I have. Okay, the initial Zealot sacrifice. You think he's going to realize his units here? Like, I just don't know what he's... He just keeps sending in single DTs. He didn't build a dark shrine because he thought his opponent wasn't going to have scans. He built a dark shrine because... In his eyes, zealots are useless. But that's because he keeps sending in like squads of 20 zealots. Sir, we have enough to surround our enemy. We're outnumbering his forces 10-1. How do you want to continue here? My man Aristal goes, send in 5 at a time. Make sure that the opponent can rest in between waves. This is actually how it goes in the campaign and in co-op. Aristal is an actual AI. Like, he's just sending in waves of units. I'm surprised he doesn't, like, there's no pop-up coming on Quequam stream. Amon is sending more units to our base. How are we going to be defending this? Like, that's the only thing missing here for Aristal. It's just the warning that he's feeding him 10 more zealots. Like, and this is not the campaign on Brutal, my friends. He is the normal. He's the normal campaign. This is not even hard. It's maybe even casual. He might actually be the casual campaign. Almost got a storm up. Oh, got another storm. I have no clue what happened here. But he has 21 workers left. 3k in the bank. And he's down in army supply. If this base burns down, I'm gonna be so extremely sad. You won't even believe it. Okay, this army... This looks bad, okay? But in reality, he's still on 4 next size, so he can very rapidly produce more unit or more workers. He has a completely fresh base. He's still mining a bit here. He has 3k in the bank. He never got any upgrades past 2-2, by the way. I love that he's like, you know what? I have 18 workers. My priority is going to be to get another base. To really split those workers. Like, this just makes me sad, honestly. Sends in the DT again. If I see one more DT go in to clean something up, that your freaking army of 35 zealots could also do. Why is he expanding to 4 different bases at the same time? How about we saturate the one base that we already have? He's like the guy always aiming for more, but never truly using what he already has. He's the ultimate consumer, Aristal. Like 17 different purses, doesn't use a single one of them. Oh, that's a nice new purse, let me get that one. Uses it once. Yeah, it just doesn't match my other outfits. Gets a new purse, except the purses are bases. And there's no such thing as an outfit in Stark. Actually kills this base. Used all of his units to kill an opponent base. Now, let me give you some StarCraft theory here. If you are up to 2 mining bases, okay, and you have 26 workers, and your opponent has 9 workers, and has basically half a mining base, what you can do is nothing. You can just sit back and do nothing. You're actively winning the game by doing nothing, okay? What you can also do is send 25 zealots across the map and then lose every mining base you've ever had to 10 marines and 8 medevacs. That's also possible. Now, if these were 2 options in a quiz, I'm pretty... This is celebration time. These 2 adepts and Stalker, they've been here for about 15 minutes, I think. This is the first time they moved. Just to be sacrificed to the gods. It's just sad. It's another successful engagement. He is looking at this, right? Because where else is he looking? Like, I don't understand how that is possible. How is it possible that you can be looking at something and not wanting to change if the fight is looking so terrible? He's gonna probably get the CC as well. You think he knows how to recall? I don't think so. I don't think we're gonna see a recall. I'd love to though. He actually might be losing at this point. And I know that sounds dumb because he still doubled the opponent's supply. But he just lost, I think, 3 bases to 6 or 7 marines. He gave up. He actually went back. For a second I was going to be afraid. He was actually just going to keep attacking the wall. Again and again and again. Until he lost every single zealot. But no, he sends them back. Warps in a DT. Oh, there's full scanning. Full scanning possibility at this point. Okay, so what really is there left? Let's quickly evaluate the situation. Okay, so we have 16 marines, 1 tank, 1 Templar, 20 zealots, 3 DTs, 2 stalkers. He could split his army and win on both sides, okay? That is important here. It's important to realize that he could split his army and win on both sides. Like, probably without even microing. All he would need to do is just a move. That's literally all he would need to do. Okay, riddle me this. Why do people do this? I don't mind if you play like this, okay? Power to you. If this is your type of game, that's completely fine. I don't give a crap. But why do you feel the need to send this to me? Honestly, what am I supposed to say here? Like, what even was this? Like, what is this? You queued it up from here. It walks all the way over there to cast a storm 8 seconds late. There's no upgrades, or there's no control groups. You forgot to upgrade for 15 minutes. Like, what do you expect me to do here? I just don't understand why I get this. Like, you're double supply. Why don't you just A move? He's still winning so hard. That's the worst part. He's like light years ahead. And I know he's gonna lose this somehow. I think I could legit win this game with my eyes closed. And my opponent would be beyond. Like, all you need to do is find the F2 button and you can just A move on the minimap and you'll win. It's not actually possible to lose this game. It's also absolutely fantastic that the first time he starts spreading out his units is by the time that all he needs to do is defend his base. I feel like this would be the perfect replay if you have just any type of player. It doesn't matter if you're new or old. It's like if you really want to know what you want to do in a game, you just watch this game and do the exact opposite every single action he makes. Like just every single action, do the complete opposite. Because holy crap, this is awful. I love this Terran, by the way. Like his passion for dropping is truly showing. Is something I can appreciate. This man just has one passion, that's to load up the units and then drop them again. And load them up and just to drop them again. Okay, this move, okay. This actually does it for me. I'm not sure if I want to finish it. Just appreciate the brilliance here, okay? I'm gonna actually take an alternative angle. He is being dropped. His army consists of mainly zealots. And his response is to build a pylon here to ensure that the zealots go in one by one, rather than 5 at a time. Look at this. He creates a choke for himself because he didn't think the game would be hard enough if that choke wasn't there. This is beautiful. Did you sacrifice his Templar? He actually was like, man, he's actually winning this fight. I think he just sacrifices his Templar. This is something else. Even Nexus. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Holy crap. My blood pressure is actually insane right now. Like, this is not good for me, guys. Like, this is shaving years of my life, this single game. This should come with like a warning, like cigarettes, you know? Smoking kills. Like, Aristal is going to be the biggest killer. There's going to be like one of these big researches in like different populations. And people who were subscribed to my YouTube channel will just die 15 years earlier. All because of this single game. This is actually... I don't even know how... I'm gonna do the responsible thing. At the end of this video, after everything is said and done, I'll give all of you guys a 2.5 minute meditational exercise, okay? We'll just do it together. Let me make sure that, you know, we can get back to normal levels. Normal levels in our head. Our brain doesn't explode. Our heart doesn't start pounding so fast out of frustration that it might actually burn a hole in our chest. Okay, if we, once again, honestly evaluate this position. We have Quackman, who is mining 0. Okay, we have an income of 0. We have Aristal, who has an income of 1000. Which means every minute this game lasts, he's gonna get 10 zealots. Okay? That's the theory here. Well, if he would repower these gates. Where's his units? Oh, he still has some spread out. This is great. All he needs to do is defend this base, okay? If this base stays alive, he actually can't lose. It's not possible. Well, in theory, it's not possible. So far, Aristal has been showing me again and again that it completely is possible. How about we build a pylon? What is he doing? I'm just so curious. It's like, you know what I really need right now? Is more workers. Because I have a single mining base. How is this the play? He's seeing that there's no expansions of his opponent. He's actively realizing that, like, you have vision everywhere at this one. How is the play here to build 2 more Nexi? It's like his opponent is on his last legs. Like, this is it, you know? All you need to do is not die. And you're gonna be, like, you'll actually just win the game. And what does he do? He just builds 2 more Nexi. Just build some pylons, please. I still have absolutely no clue how he's gonna lose this game. He could literally A-move his opponent at this point as well. Don't forget, the army supply looks big for the Terran, but it's 9 medevacs. He has 7 marines and 1 tank. Against 45 workers. He's so oversaturated. Okay, this is once again a warning nexus. This is the nexus that says, hey, you need to move to the right side to defend it right now. How does he not have any money? Like, where's the money going to? Just more probes? How is that the thing that he really needs right now? He's going to have 2 mining bases. He has 45 workers. He's massively oversaturated here. He's long distance mining. He pulls the probes. That's something. He's actually losing this game. Like, he's actually unironically losing this game. I just can't believe it. I just actually can't believe it. It's getting dropped again. These drops, man, I'd be going bananas if I was Aristo at this point. I just don't... I have no words for this. He's not even losing still, by the way. Like, it's actually still playable. He can just get Templar. If he gets 2 Templar out... Oh, he warped something in. 2 Stalkers. Where did he warp them in? Over here. Smart. Get a pylon here. What? Like, I'm just gonna follow him right now. What is the play here? Is he attacking? Sees a zealot. Sees a zealot. I say, nah, I won't need that. Stalkers? Nah. Just doing a small attack. I'm gonna still leave like 4... He's 48 workers against 4. 50 workers against 4. How many workers died this game? Holy crap. Oh god. What is the units lost? He just isn't looking. He's an ostrich. It's like if I don't see it happening, it's not happening. He's an actual ostrich. So far, he's been an AI, an ostrich. I feel like I called him another thing as well, but I can't remember what. This is pure insanity. This is what pure insanity is like. He just starts expanding to the right side. He's actually lost the game at this point though. Right now, the game is actually over. He actually lost. There's Marines in the main base. I can't believe this. I don't think I've ever seen this in a PvT before in my life. Because A moving is gonna get you better ratio. Like, actually. It is just not possible. I've just never seen it. Let's just speed this part up a bit. Oh, here we go. Final fight. That's it. He has no units. The thing is, he doesn't know that he has no units, because he never has them hotkeyed anyway. What? He's getting a Stargate? Probably he's like, you know what? What the issue here is the drops. The drops is the issue. that's really what got me. Not the trades, it's the drops. The drops got me good. Oh my god. You gotta be kidding me. You actually gotta be kidding. He's building a Stargate 35 minutes in the game after being completely abused by drops for the past 25 minutes of this game. Actually, ever since the start. The first attack, don't forget, hit at 4 minutes with like 4 Marines and a tank and a medevac dropping over here. I remember. Do you remember? Actually mining again. He has no clue that he lost. He's still looking around the map for units, but he can't find them. What actually is he doing at this point? GG. That's it. Holy freaking crap, dude. Holy crap. My friend said I should have built things that shut up and killed his medevacs, as he had no gas. But I built Stalkers and High Templars with Storm and still lost the fight. Even though I wasn't able to defend my bases properly, I had so much more bank than him that I thought I would win for sure. Okay, even though I wasn't able to defend my bases properly, this sounds like there was a reason why he couldn't defend his bases. That's not what happened, okay? What happened is he didn't defend his bases properly. This is like when your teacher asks you why you didn't do your homework and you go, I wasn't able to do my homework. And then the guy goes, why not? Did something bad happen? Like, were you sick? And it's like, no, I just wasn't able to do it. Like, I didn't sit down and I didn't do it. I guess that's different. You know, he's trying to trick us through language. But you're not tricking us, my friend. I almost managed to finish elementary school. I know how to read. I had so much more bank than him, I thought I would win for sure. I'm new to Protoss, as I was previously a Terran main. My friend, I don't like giving this advice, but honestly, it might just be best if you go back to Terran. Like, there's no future for you in this race, or perhaps in this game in general. Like, I love you platonically, but this is not it. This just is not it. Whatever you do, just enjoy the game by yourself, but don't ever send me a replay again. I will fly over to where you live. I will find you. And it won't be fun. You suck. And you suck really hard. That's going to be it for today. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Get ready for the meditation. Become comfortable in your chair or your cushion, perhaps loosening any tight clothing, removing your glasses and watch, if that is appropriate, settling in with a relaxed but erect posture, straight but relaxed, shoulders relaxed, noticing your sit bones on the chair or cushion, finding a balance between your sit bones, equal pressure, centered and balanced. Settling in here now, relaxing, perhaps moving your upper body slightly forward, then slightly back to find that balanced place in the middle, with no stress on your lower back from being too far forward and no tension in your abdomen from leaning too far back. Finding that centered, balanced, natural posture, allowing your arms and hands to rest comfortably in your lap, gently closing your eyes now, or if you prefer, casting your gaze downwards to the floor, a bit ahead of you. Not really looking at anything, rather partially closing your eyelids and looking gently with a soft gaze, neutral, relaxed. Allowing your body to become still now as you focus your attention inward, your shoulders, chest, and stomach all relaxing, bringing your awareness now to the breath. Not controlling or manipulating the breath in any way, but noticing your breath as it enters through your nose and moves all the way down to your belly and back out again. One breath following the other. The in-breath and the out-breath following. Noticing how each breath follows one after the other in a never-ending cycle and flow. Letting everything else move into the background, allowing the breath be the focus of your awareness. No need to think about how the air moves in and out, just being with the breath, allowing the breath to breathe itself. Now, allowing your awareness to rest on the path of the breath that is the most natural and comfortable for you. Might be at the tip of the nose, noticing that the air is cooler on the in-breath and warmer on the out-breath. It might be in the throat area, as you feel the breath move through this channel to support your entire body. Don't forget to smash like on this channel as you breathe out. Hit the subscribe button. And don't forget to tell all your friends about it. That's going to be it for today. I hope you're all calm, ready to take on your day. And thanks everyone for watching. Thank you, Aristal, for sending in the replay. You made me a stronger human by being capable of controlling my own emotions in the face of pure idiocy. I do appreciate you. I see you all next time for a new IODIS, a new video. Bye bye.